Can you guys hear me? You all able to see my screen?
Yes, Hari.
Yep. All right, guys. So you all know my name Hari. So I'll be the person who gonna take care of their DevOps training. Okay. So that's good. This is our first session for DevOps. Okay. So when we want to work with DevOps, right? So we should know some programming basics and Linux basics and all. Clear the roadmap for DevOps, right? Now we are going to start with the Python basics. Okay. So when you know the Python basics, right, you can work with Boto3 well. When you can work with Boto3, it will be helpful for you to do the lambda based automation. Okay. So this concept, this series of concepts, right, I would say it's one of the difficult concept in our 45 hours of journey. One of the difficult topic. So it's all your involvement is needed, and the person who understands this clearly, right, whatever salary you ask in the interview, they will be ready to provide you, because very demanding technology. No one knows Boto3 properly, clearly. So far, what people are doing, they are copying a script from internet, they are managing it. But the organizations, right, who are taking an interview, they don't want such. So they are seriously looking for the people who can work in life. Okay. It's very important. Your salary and your skill set upgrading, it's all based on this particular topic only. If you clearly understood this particular Boto3 concepts, right, library concepts, any future any DevOps tool you are learning, it will be very much easy to. All right, fine. I highlighted the importance. It's up to you now. Okay, so good. So let me quickly go through. So when come to Python, okay, when come to Python, so and apart from that, yeah, right. When come to Python, what are the concepts we have to understand? What is Python and why versions? Python. Okay. After that, installation and configuration. Okay. After that, input and output statements. Input and output statements. After that, list versus tick. Okay. After that, for loops and functions. So these are the topics, right? It's important to learn. So these are the core Python topics are very much needed in terms of working with Boto3. So I'll be teaching you all with this particular functions only. Okay, all with this particular Python concepts only. Okay, so what is Python and why? So Python is one of the programming languages, guys. We have other C, C++, Java, .NET. Similarly, Python also one of the programming language. Okay, this is the Python's official website. So why people are telling Python as the programming language? It's kind of it's open source, it's object oriented programming language, and also right, it's very easy for the beginner. So if you are a beginner, it's very much easy to understand. First of all, okay, where if you take other languages and all, it will be quite difficult. Other languages are not that easy. Okay, where if you take Python, right, it's a very user friendly, I would say, very much easy to learn and understand. Okay, so the reason, another reason why Python I've chosen means even though you are new to Python, when I asked the question, how many of you knows Python, literally 0% of people. So when you guys are totally new to programming, you won't feel like this is a complex program. This is very easy programming language. Even though you don't have a programming background, still you will able to learn it. Still you will able to understand all the concepts. Okay, that's how it's very much became simple. They made it very easy, by the way. Okay, so this is the difference between other programming languages and Python. Very easy, straightforward. It looks like a English. If you're able to understand English, then Python also similar to English. Okay, there is no semicolon, there is no special character, nothing like that. So because of this advantages, recent days, right, Python become very famous. It's literally people are telling it's not only beginner friendly, it's not only user friendly. Apart from that, right, it's a universal programming language now. Universal programming language means what? We might hear about universal blood group. What does it mean by universal programming language? So universal programming language means, I would say, basically, this particular Python programming is used everywhere. Okay, not only for cloud. Okay, it is being used in machine learning. It is being used for AI, artificial intelligence. It's used in web application development, custom application development. Okay, and it's being used in other world, such as what is that? Application, custom application creation, and cyber security, ethical hacking, DevOps, almost every environment. People are started using DevOps. People are started using DevOps. That is the reason I said it's very much user friendly, and it's universal programming language used in multiple environments. Okay, so this python.org is the official website for Python. So when you come down, right, see here you can download the Python. The latest version is 3.1.3.11. So if you go view full list of our Python, see. So I think see Python has these many older versions. When I started my career, right, 2.7. When I started my career with Python, the version we were using is 2.7. No, now today it's been 2.2 series and all outdated. It became now current one is 3.11, which means 2022. Then 24 that time, right, it got released. This many previous versions of Python available. So since you all new to Python, right, you can start with the latest version. Okay, very latest version. This is what the updated one. So Python side, right, every time they will release the updated version by including bugs and all. So that we need to we can come over here and we can check what is the latest version, everything in the site. So installation part very simple. You can download the Python if you are a Windows guy or a Linux guy or Mac. So if you can't download Python, you will get the exe. You can install it. Next, finish. You can install it. Okay. So it's very simple. So anyone wanted to install in your machine? So that I'm having Mac, I have already installed in my laptop. Anybody else want my help to install, so I can make you as presenter? You guys can share screen and we can install it together on your machine. Any volunteer?
I can
It is
do.
already installed in my machine. So
Very good. Okay, if you guys are already installed, then not an issue. I can show you some log. One main thing, right, we need to keep in mind when install. So this is the site you will download it. See, when you download it, So there is a option will come like that. When you double click the exe, add a Python exe to path, you need to enable it. That's very crucial. Okay, you can take this. Next all going to be next finish. Okay, setup was successfully installed. Okay, this is the simple way we will follow. All right, in my laptop, if you go, I already installed a Python IDLE and the Python launcher. All are installed. So you can see over here. Similarly, you guys can also get installed. So once it's installed, right, what you can do, I would recommend to go and install any one of the text editor. Okay, probably you can go and use. You can go and use Sublime Text. How many of you heard about this Sublime Text? This is the code editor. Okay, code editor means even I installed in my machine. I can open and I'll show you. Okay, like this. Okay, this is the code editor. So here you can write your code and you can edit it. Okay, so what I'll do. Folder patch 131. Okay, so here what I'll do, I'll open this directory. Okay, we have opened this particular folder. Here in the Sublime, so okay, this is the Sublime text editor. I told you, right? This is the text editor. I can create one file over here. Maybe I can create an open new folder. Okay, I've created a Python basics. Here I'll create a new file. Okay, our Python file extension should be .py. It can be any file name you can use, but it should be .py. Okay. So here I told you, right, why Python is very easy and user friendly. Okay, so in the Sublime Text, right, you can write your code and you can execute it. You can write your code, you can execute it. So it's very easy. That's why I use this text editor. Otherwise, directly you can write it on top of IDLE also. Okay, it's up to you. This is somehow, it's user friendly, I would say. That is the reason. So what I'll do, as I said, right, Python is very easy and easy to remember all those things. I'll show you an example code. S equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to A plus B front C. What happens here in this simple code? A is my variable which assigned the value 10. C is equal to 20. That is my another variable which got assigned 20. I am adding those two items, A plus B. Okay, whatever total comes, it will show in the C. I am printing the C. So when I execute this, right, go on tools and build it. So it's giving you a response. It's giving you a response. So in this, what I'm trying to say, What I try to explain. When you have a Python code, it's everything straightforward. So where the same code, if you are writing in other programming language, example, if you take a C or C++, Java, first item, you need to include something. How you will write a code? Just imagine, okay, same code you are writing in C or any languages, okay, or any programming language. As include, right? As okay, then you'll have to open a main function. Then curly bracket. Int A, B, C. Then same thing will come. So like for writing a simple A plus B calculation, okay, you need to write this big code in other programming language. Unnecessarily, you are including something, libraries, unnecessarily, right? You are opening a main function. When you not open the main function, it will not consider your program. Okay, this is something called the main function. And you need to be always worried about your curly bracket, close curly, where it is open, where it is closed. The semicolon like this. Okay. And you'll have to remember these kind of syntax, lots of special character, so many things involved. Since it's a easy basic program, so yeah, we are able to see everything. Imagine it's a big program, it'll be another complex thing. And declaring a variable int A, B, C. Where if you take Python, right, wherever you want, you can use your variables. You don't need to declare anywhere. So Python has automatic, inbuilt, capability of understanding what this value is, whether it's an integer or character or whatever. So now where I used the main function, nothing I included, imported. So it takes by default everything from my main function. And this is where, A plus B calculation and print C, nothing. So this is the reason I told you Python is very much, user friendly and very straightforward when writing a code. Okay. So far, anyone has any questions or doubt?
No.
No.
No. All right.
Hello, Hari.
Yes. Yeah.
Actually, you mentioned, right, the topics, that only enough for developing DevOps.
In the perspective of core Python, when you take a Python, right, there are two type of Python available. Oops. Okay. One is core Python. These concepts are core Python. In our college days, school days, we used to study any kind of programming, right? In our labs exercise, we'll do, right? Those all core Python. So these are prerequisites to work with Python library, Boto3 library. So when you know all these items, only then you can work with the Boto3 library. So in order to work with the Boto3 library, these are the prerequisites. So if you are clear in these topics, if you are clear in this topic, you will understand the Boto3 syntax. It has its own code. Probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow, you will learn about this.
Okay. Actually, we are not writing Python code inside Boto3, right? Boto3 is different.
No, we are writing Python code in Boto3.
Okay.
That is the reason we are learning this now. We should know the Boto3 concepts.
Okay.
Harry, I'm good with it. But if I want to, I mean, you are going to something and you have I mean, you got the output, right? So without giving 10, 20 here, in the output, can we give this integer values?
So what do you want me to do now?
I mean, after this, you'll get the output, right? You'll go to and
Tools and build.
tools and build you are doing. So we are getting 30 answer. If I don't want to give here 10 and 20 in this, in the output we have to give 10, 20.
Okay.
Is it possible?
Yeah, that is possible. That's what we are, we have an input and output statements, right? Over here you will learn. Maybe in another 5 minutes.
Sure.
Fine. So just I'm comparing with Python with other codings, how it is easy. For the people, many of them mindset, oh my God, I'm in my career, in my lifetime, I never work with programming. Hari suddenly coming one day, he's asking me to learn programming. So I need to know people's mindset and people myth. So I need to remove, their minds. So it's very easy. Okay, it's very straightforward. Where if you are able to understand English, right? Python also it's something similar like that. No much complexity or a big complexity. Okay, fine. All right. So this is one of the test file. Now what I'll do, next I'll come down the same file, right? Let me write x equal to input of, okay, y is equal to input of z is equal to x plus y. X plus y. So what you asked, right? There's a this is the output function. This is the input function. When you want to feed a value, right? We have to use this x y. Sorry, input of function. This is a predefined function. When you use like that, right? So it will ask you to type the input. So
okay.
On
I think you want to print G rate, not Y.
sorry, it should be Z, yeah. But with the Sublime text, right? Sometime it will throw you an issue. So when you are giving an input, okay. So for that, okay, it's print the value of 30 and it's asking me to enter a value. Let me enter like 100, 200. So it's giving me a okay. So currently it is taking me like a string, by the way. Okay, string in the sense when I defaultly give the value like this, it will consider like a integer. Okay, when I give the value like this, it's considered like an integer. But input of function I gave, right? It asking my input. So for that, if you look for the syntaxes, give me a sec. Python input of So when you go there, we have option to switch. See, enter your name. No, this they don't give much information. Once again. Okay, fine. So we need to consider in this way, like when we are providing any values. Okay, so let me follow in this way. Enter the value for x. Either you can give it like this also. Okay, or okay, like this also. So your condition, right? Either you can give it over here, or you can separately print whatever, that's fine. Okay, but all together, right? When you are using it, you need to consider like a int. You need to specify this. You need to specify like that. Okay, when you give like that, if it executes this now, okay, enter the value for x. So how it comes? So here we have given enter the value for x. I can give 11. Enter the value for y. See, enter the value for y. I can give 22. Now, no, 22. See, 33 is the total. It's given. Okay. So this way also we can get the values. Okay. So in order to make it very simple to avoid this complexity. Now you guys can understand well, right? So the input of function, right, will help you when in terms of working with any particular items. Got it. So this small syntax, why I'm teaching you is these are all important when you work with Boto3 scripting. So it's your responsibility to stop me. This line I'm having doubt, that line I'm having a doubt. You can stop me, okay? So this is how the input and output function works. Save the file, close this, rename. Okay, this is how the input output function works. So why I choose Sublime Text? There are many editors are there, code editors are there. Okay, maybe Notepad++ or Python provides an inbuilt code editor like ideally. Apart from that, we have Sublime Text. So we have a few more code editor also available, like
Visual Studio also we can use.
Microsoft, yeah, Microsoft Visual Studio editor. Okay, this thing also available. So you can choose anyone. It's not an issue. The thing is, when you use Sublime Text, right, it's very lightweight, by the way. Okay, very lightweight. It won't consume much of your memory, CPU, and all. PyCharm available. There is another one item called the PyCharm. You know, PyCharm editor available. Like these are little heavy application, I would say. Okay, so this little heavy. This video. Okay, these are limited application. We are not sure, right? People, you may have a low minimum configuration of laptop or maximum configuration of laptop. So better to have a Sublime Text. But if you are having decent configuration of laptop, go ahead and use this. This is really good, actually. Okay, so far anyone has any questions or doubt, but start to use any one of the code editor. Maybe you try to download one or two code editors and try to explore it. If you are comfortable with anyone, I'm good in that. Okay. And yeah, see, this is how your Visual Studio will looks like. Dark mode, light mode. So choose anyone and you can use it. Now, okay. So far all good, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
in this course, which one you will be using, Hari?
I'll use Sublime Text as well as Microsoft Code Editor. Both.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
So after that, list versus dict. There's another interesting concept in Python. Okay. So let me open a new file. I'll save this file.
Hari, I have one doubt. You are using int, right, for converting the value as integer.
Okay.
If we use string or something else, we need to specify data types over
By
there.
default, it will consider as a string only. When you not specify the int, by default, it's considering as a string only. If you wanted to use
Other than
string, if you want to consider like a float, you can use float. I think hardly that's it.
Okay.
Float in the sense point value 1.20, something like that.
Okay.
Fine. So now what I'm gonna show you is is equal to 20 print Okay. So what happened? I gave the A is equal to 20 value. I'm just printing it. Print the value of A is A variable name I gave. So it's giving me value of A is 20, something like that. Now what I will do here? Okay. Same. A is equal to 100. Now if I print
It will still be okay after the.
okay, if I give 100 over here, so if I print A, whether it will have a old value or this new value.
The value from row 4. New one.
New value.
Okay. All right. Let's check. See, it has a new value. The thing is, so when you print like that, two value coming. End of the day, what we need to understand, when you have a variables, A is the variable over here. What is variable? Variable is just to hold my values. It can be any values. Variable is just to hold my value to execute any of my logic or condition. It will be used as a temp location, I would say. Okay, so it's a temp location. So literally, temporary for the being executes my program or any logic. Any variable can be used. No, there is no limit to use this many variable only. You need to use 5 only. You need to use 10 variables only. Nothing like that. As long as you required, you can use it. So whenever you define any variable like that A, B, C, what happens is in your system memory, RAM, random access memory, the values are being stored during the processing time. Okay, so the basic condition about this variables, right? When you are executing, it's printed at 20. After that, when you overwrite it with the 100 value, it will overwrite it, which means that what? So automatically it will be overwritten. It cannot hold the two value at a time. It can't hold the 20 and 100 all together at the same time, right? It need some time. It need latest value only able to store. That is the default behavior of variables, right? So to avoid that only, we have a concept called list in Python, where in the single variable you will be able to store multiple values in single variable. You can hold multiple values at a time. That concept is called as a list. Okay, so I'll show you about the list now. Okay, so test variable list. I'm giving the name like test variable list. So I'm going to use the list in Python. List. I'm going to introduce the concept of list in the Python, right? Why we are coming to the concept of list, where you can hold multiple values in the single variable. So how are we going to hold a value? You need to open the square bracket like that. Here you can keep your values. Okay, I can start from Hari, Basu, Mani, Divya, Ravi Kiran, something, many values, right? I would able to store in the single variable. This concept is something called as a list. So how can we retrieve it? Simply save this and print. Okay, the reason why I ask you all of you to go with this sublime text means, see, it's giving you with the different colors. That feels something, good. And when you start type, it automatically suggesting you, okay, this is the one you are trying to print. Yeah, of course, yes. So like that only. That is the reason only. Okay, nothing else. So now if I print means you will see all the value will be get printed. See, the values all printed over here. Now, if you feel like hey, you wanted to print only Hari, you want to print only Basu or Mani or Divya, Ravika, whatever. How do you do? When you take this value, you know, when you take this value, you wanted to print this alone. Test variable list. So this is all following some indexing value inside of list, inside of the square bracket. Whatever the value available, right? All of them having their own indexing value. What is the meaning of indexing? So this is 0th index position, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, like that. Start from 0. Okay, so in that case, print first of 0. When you give 0, it will print only 0th position Hari. See, it's printed only Hari. Same way you wanted to print the next value, you can put 1. It's printed Basu. You understood? So in single variable, using the list format, I am holding multiple values. If you want to print all together, that's fine. Or if you want to print any one specific value, using the indexing value, you can print it. This is the advantage of list, Python list. So Python list concept is not there means what you need to do. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 value we have folded over here, right? You should need 5 different variables to print. Got it? So this way we made it very simple and easy. Okay, so you wanted to print from 0 to 3. Just imagine like that. So you can give like this also. So it will be printing like this. Understood? So you can now play with this. Okay, like that. So this is the concept of list, guys. This is the concept of list. So only few consideration we need to keep in mind when you work with list. Python. That's the concept. Using that, you can. Using that, you can store. Using that, you can store multiple values. Okay. Always keep
It is almost like array, right? Array.
Yeah, almost.
Hari, is it possible sort by name?
Once again,
Any
always keep in mind list will be start only with square bracket. Okay, square bracket. Yeah, now ask your question.
is it possible by sort by name? Is there any predefined methods within the list?
Sorting is available, I believe. Predefined function available. I'll check and let you know. And inside the list, square bracket, all values are referred with the indexing value. Okay. So anyone has any doubt in these 3 points?
No.
Good. So this list has lots of functions actually. If anybody personally interested to want to go deep dive, you can do that.
Hari, can we give variable values as integers?
No, you can't give.
Okay.
It should be any one of the valid name. Fine. See, there is an option called append. When you give append, right, it will add one extra value. Okay. So and insert, remove. If you want to remove any particular item, you can remove it. Pop can remove element from the position of list. This also for removing. Slice, you can, categorize as a multiple slice. This is reverse printing in reverse format. Okay, so length, it will give you list how many values are there. That length it will give minimum and maximum. Count, concatenate, multiply. I don't need index. Sort. See, sorting will be used. Okay, like this you need to use. Okay, like various options are there inside of list itself. Okay. So we are good with list. Same thing we will check for the dictionary. Okay. Okay, Python dictionary. Always keep in mind, dict will start only with curly bracket. Okay, one last point. Inside of inside of dict. Inside of dict, all values are referred with key and value combination. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of key and value combination? So test variable dict equal to, as I said, how list is starting with square bracket, it will be starting from the curly bracket. Okay. So here, if you come, so it will be like this. Name. Course name. Duration. 25 hours. What else? Something like that. Key and the corresponding value, key corresponding value, key and corresponding value. When you have a data like that, okay, set of data, this is one set, this is one set. When you have a data like that, when you have a random data, put it in the list. When you have a data like this, you can put it over in the tip. Okay, now you can easily print this. Print of. See how it's printed. You wanted to print any specific value, right? So you can print it like this. Square bracket. Your key name. Okay, because inside the dictionary, right, all the values were available in the form of key. This is the key and value. This is the key and this is the value. This is the key and this is the value. Okay, so these things are available. See, DevOps 25 hours, only that specific value got printed. Understood? So this is where you can use dictionary, guys. Anyone has any doubt over here?
No.
No.
Okay, guys, so that's it for today. You can